Hi everyone, call me Jeff. This little pitch will last about 8 minutes. I am speaking for my close friend George Vernyn. That's Vernyn. See the Y there? And the title is How Evolution Produced the Religious Mind. That's up here on the top of the cover. Volume 1. In case you don't already have a pencil, pause this playback and go get one so I can give you the ISBN right now. And if not, you can wait till I'm done at the end. I'll give it to you again. The ISBN is 978-150-255. So let's start over again. 978-150-255-8527. It will be simplicity itself to give this number to your favorite local independent bookstore or to Amazon, that colossal machine that does the actual work of quickly printing up your very own copy for you. This number, given to your search engine, may lead to other links. You might even find a used copy there. Take a minute now, take 8 minutes, to let me tell you what the book is about and how it came to be. The book's title is a how question, not a why question. How did the human brain evolve a capacity for religion? George presents a credible answer in terms of Darwinian evolutionary principles, unencumbered by debate. It states clearly the nature of the problem to be solved and describes the inescapable natural law of evolution that solved it, working dumbly and blindly over tens of millions of years. So, in his mild-mannered way, George has written a real blockbuster idea for the 21st century and beyond. Religion was produced by evolution. Huh? Right? Huh? Come on! When reading, keep in mind this most important sentence, which opens the work. Quote, "This is not an argument for or against religion," end quote. If you are looking for an argument about that, or for ammunition to fire at one side or the other, you are reading the wrong book. George is careful to point out the political neutrality of his work. He does that by carefully repeating this line 2 or 3 times in the body of text. Maybe he was just trying to keep his own mind focused on how important it is, so as to avoid getting drawn into that touchy issue. He felt he was writing for everyone from A to Z, i.e. from atheist to zealot, and in doing so, describes the progress and outcome of a blind, unemotional biological algorithm from initial conditions. He is also careful to echo the immortal words of Theodosius Dobzhansky, in which we would all do well to keep in mind, quote, "Nothing in biology makes sense except in the light of evolution," end quote. All human life, like any other life, is biology. It is therefore governed by the law of evolution by natural selection. How the book came to be? Well, let's give a compressed history of George's quest for understanding, which he estimates as a 25-year chase. Retired now, he worked in an engineering firm notable for producing technical solutions of great complexity. Some of the engineers had religion and others did not. Those who had no religion were limited to methods and procedures rooted in the physical sciences. The religious ones could set those sciences aside from time to time and pray to a higher power that the sciences be changed in some way. These diversions often produced valuable insights. As long as we came up with an answer to the problem at hand and got the machines running, nobody was hurt. We found this interesting as a problem in the architecture and dynamics of human systems. One that we undertook to solve was the evolution problem. Evolution, as we are taught, is economical, testing and keeping only features that improve survival, by which we mean relative reproductive success. The human, specifically the male, too often involves himself in mortal combat against another human. Could be his neighbor, a member of a rival gang, a random attacker, or any other hex that comes his way. If he dies in that combat and his genes are removed from the pool, just like that. If the survivor owes his success and his life to genes that make him a stronger fighter, he kills his opponent. This is why we call it mortal combat. The winner's genes, granting preferential strength in combat, are free to continue into succeeding generations. How economical is that? Could genes, each just a few base pairs on a nucleic acid molecule, really do this? In a culture dominated by mortal combat, a germline, even one involving a collection of genes, such as religion and mortal combat, can be quickly extinguished. Religion, in fact, is not economical. It demands sacrificial poolings of life, labor, money, land, community service, and so forth from the individual, resources that will never be returned to him and without which his life stream might possibly be weakened enough to attenuate his reproductive potential. Yet, the genes needed to enable religion, if indeed there are any, have been conserved long after their first appearance, possibly millions of years ago. What keeps them going? Consider religion and evolution. These two forces of nature, it seems, would prefer not to be compatible, yet they coexist and co-evolve, each aiding the other. So don't forget Dobzhansky, quote, "Nothing in biology makes sense except in the light of evolution," end quote. Religion is one of those things in biology that makes no sense to a lot of us, so it's a fair subject to be examined in the light of evolution. Well, that's the problem in a nutshell. Religion is not a blank slate phenomenon. It can only occupy part of the brain that genes have prepared for it. Religion's part of the brain is a gene-created mental feature, a capacity that should not exist, but it does for some of us. The law of evolution should prevent it, but it doesn't. Exactly the opposite has happened. George's approach to reconciling this dilemma is innocent, honest, free, and easy. It's not intended to damage the way things are, only to explain how, and not why, that way things are came about. His proposal, quote, "Religion makes a man a better fighter," end quote, is still early enough in its discovery cycle that it will appear weak and unfinished to some of you, and that's fair. All worthwhile theories start out that way. He encourages readers to add their own touches and extensions in the event George's explanations seem incomplete. Go for it. Here's that ISBN again. (978-150-255-8527). That's 978-150-255-8527. Happy reading. Kindly leave a review on Amazon if you are so moved. Oh, and tell your friends about this little video. All the best.